Hey everyone, welcome to part 6 of our Barachi Hunter challenge run. It's the sudden death tournament. We are trying to get our first rune in under 15,000 turns. We're at 11,672 right now. And you might notice that we have just met the Lerning hydra, which is an absolute nightmare. So speaking of nightmares, I slept on the problem, and by slept on the problem I mean I tossed and turned all night trying to figure out a solution. And what have I decided? I don't know. I have no idea what we're supposed to do here. I would like to point out though that some point before the end of the last episode we made it to 6 pips of piety. So when you do that in the Crawl Sudden Death tournament, if you're playing with one of the mandated gods, which we are, you get a bonus point. So I've now made it to 5 points this round. And if you recall the Hellmonk curse, he said I was going to die at 4 points. So defeated the Hellmonk curse, BTFO'd. Although, is it much better if we die at 5 than 4? I mean, slightly, but not much. Alright. I really don't know what to do. So what you would do, well, okay, a few different things. What would you do if you had a phantom mirror? You just use it and then you'd win. Okay. What would you do if you didn't have a phantom mirror and you're just playing a normal game? At this point you'd just leave swamp and you'd go do your other rune branch and you'd come back later. Our issue is that we need to get a rune before 15,000 turns. So if we were to go start Spider's Nest now, I think we would be pushing it. It would be really tight. We have had a really fast time here in Swamp because we managed to skip a whole lot of it. Sort of can't tell looking here, but we came down to Swamp 3 and we came right down to Swamp 4. We didn't have to fight anything. And from memory, our Swamp 2 was pretty fast as well. We didn't fight much there either. So, I mean, maybe we could get similarly lucky in Spider, but it seems unlikely. So I think we probably do need to try to either fight the Lernaean hydra or somehow avoid him and steal his rune. How? Alright. If we had an invis potion, we could maybe invis, haste, agi, we don't have might, but maybe berserk rage and fight him. Possibly. We have a flaming scimitar, so every time we hit him we'd be taking off heads, but that would be extremely dangerous. Each one of his 27 heads can do 18 damage, so if you do the math, it's a lot of damage, especially because we don't have a shield. Note of warning though, if you go invis against Lerning, and I don't recommend this, but if you do, make sure you're not standing in water, because that will reveal where you are to enemies, and you won't be invis, and you will die in one turn, and you'll wonder what happened. Okay. So one potential option would be quaff that unknown potion and maybe it's invis and then maybe I could fight him. Other options. We have Wand of Clouds. The issue is that we'd need him to be standing in the clouds. And the best way to get him standing in the clouds would probably be if we were fighting him. And if we're fighting him, we're going to die really quickly. Other options, spam servants, and on a similar sort of track, use sacks of spiders. The thing about using any sorts of summon against the Lernaean hydra is that he chews through them really quickly, and I mean literally chews through them. So the way that he works, and this is true for all hydras, is that they can assign their attacks from each head individually. So say you've got say you've spammed 3 lesser servants on him and they're all adjacent to him. It's not like he has to attack all 27 attacks on one. Say the first 4 or 5 heads kill the first one, then the next round of heads can attack the second, and then when that's dead, the next round can attack the third. So he can just kill huge amounts of summons in a single turn. Yeah, it doesn't work so well. Oh boy. If we had the ability to spam greater servants, which we don't because it would be 52% hostile chance, but if we could, and we could say roll a few or even a couple of executioners, we'd probably kill him that way, but that's not possible. So I don't know. We could also do some sort of combination of all those things. Also note that he is super fast in water, so if we look at learning stats, I thought you could look learning up like that. Oh, you can. You can if you're not doing, oh, can I just not spell? Lernaean. I am spelling that right. Maybe it's the, okay, hang on. We'll create it this way. Lernaean hydra. Is that not what I did? Oh, there's another, okay, there are more letters in there. Okay, let's try again. Lernaean hydra. There we go, okay. So he's speed 10, which means he's normal on land, but in brackets there, swim 60%. So he takes slightly over half the time to go through water. And we're slow, so if we try to walk away from him and there's water between him and us, he's going to catch us really, really, really quickly. Alright, so what do? We can start trying to quote unquote fight him, and if we're making absolutely no headway at all, we can hop away and then teleport, and then, I don't know, reassess our lives maybe. Oh dear. I think one thing I want to do no matter what is to quaff a haste potion. Alright, and he's coming. Alright, things we can do. We've got the clouds. I'm also curious about whether or not we can use the blowgun and we can use Needles of Confusion on him. I really, really strongly suspect no, but I'm kind of curious to find out. I don't know. See, the thing about Lerning is that if you can manage to confuse him, he'll probably just die. And that's because when monsters are confused, they sometimes hurt themselves. And if Lerning ever attacks himself, all 27 heads are gonna chomp, so he's gonna just die. I don't know if you've ever quote unquote fought Lerning when you're worshipping Ru. One of Ru's effects is that sometimes monsters attack themselves, so Lerning will sometimes just insta-die. Okay, well I think what I want to do now is put down some clouds. We got fire, that's good. He's gonna walk through it, he doesn't care. We gotta remember, okay, so this bit's all land, so it's gonna take him 1, 2, 3, 4 turns to walk through the land, but as soon as he gets to this patch of water here, he's gonna be really fast. So I gotta be careful about that. Now, just for science, I'm willing to just, oh, he's coming really fast. Maybe what I should do, wait, hang on. When he gets close, I can I use my Fan of Gales? It is back, so I can Fan of Gales him back through the fire. That might be a play. Okay, but what I could potentially do here as well is summon some lesser servants, so at least while he's chewing through them, he's still sitting in the fire, but that will probably only buy me 1 extra turn, maybe. So, maybe that's worth. I don't know. Just for science, I want to try a Needle of Confusion. Just for science. He resisted, okay. I think he's just going to infinitely resist. There's probably no point continuing to try that. We've got 7.7 throwing, which is a little bit, but it's not much. What hit dice does the Lernaean Hydra have? 30 hit dice. Okay, yeah, there's no way this is working. So, Needles of Confusion, look at the hit dice of the monster. It looks at your throwing skill and it looks at your enchantment of your blowgun. So we've got a 0 blowgun, we've got not much throwing skill, and he has a huge amount of hit dice. So we just wasted some time there, that's alright. So what do we do? He has really high magic resistance, if you didn't know. So even just trying to disintegrate him is an 18% chance to fail. How do we fight the Lerning Hydra? Sacks of spiders could be fun. If we could roll tarantellas and they could confuse him with their attacks, he would maybe die, but he'd also just chew through spiders really quickly. So there's about 3 more turns till he'll get on top of us. It's a little bit more because we're hasted, so our actions are faster, but he is coming, and then he's going to come over the water. I'm just going to pull from the sacks of spiders and see what we get. Okay, a couple of random things. An ant and a redback, that's really not going to do anything. I think our evocation skill isn't high enough yet to completely overrun spam him with spiders. So I'm going to just make some other summons. We're going to go a Lesser Servant. Okay. We can pull another Lesser Servant because we're hasted and he's still walking over land. So let's do one more and then we're going to hop away. I could swap back with my red back, and that would then make him have to eat it to continue chasing us. I'm going to do that. Okay, so he's still in the fire, and now he's sort of being swarmed by our summons. The issue is that our summons are going to get chewed through really, really quickly. Is that an issue? Probably. I'm going to step back though. He's being held in the fire still. Maybe we just keep spamming more stuff, then we can hop away and we can potentially cloud sim again. It's going better than I expected. Spiders, we got a bunch more. Do we just keep pulling spiders? I think so. Wow, this is actually working. Oh man. Let's make one more Lesser Servant. Alright. Alright, he's chewing through them really quickly. Let's go. Alright. So he's going to be fast over the water, but we've got spiders in the way. So he can't move, attack the spiders and move again. So he can't get to us this turn. So I think we pull more spiders. Oh, they're still keeping him in the fire. These are MVP spiders. This is amazing. Let's go Lesser Servants. Let's just blow all our piety on Lesser Servants. I don't even care. My redback dies. That's perfectly fine. More spiders. Our Hellwing dies. It's alright. He's not in fire anymore. It's a bit of a shame. Our sack of spiders still exists. It hasn't run out. Lesser Servants, go. Let's just walk away. Go spiders. Please, just kill him. I need you Orb Spider to shoot and orbit him and orbit destruction him to death. He's poisoned. How did he get poisoned? He's resistant to poison, but I mean, that doesn't mean immune. I probably should be running up because if I'm hopping away from him, I want to be somewhere where there's dry land between us and Lerning rather than water over which he's faster. I think we might actually get him here. What do we do? I don't want to start walking up because then oh wait, we can see through the trees here. But I want the spiders to be able to see us and Lerning. I'm just going to chill here for a second. Come on, just get him. We need one orb. We need one orb. Orb him. They actually orbed it. MVP. Orb of Destruction Spider. Oh man, okay. Oh, I can't believe we killed Lerning. That's fantastic. Evocations, ladies and gentlemen. So we got fire out of our Wand of Clouds, and then That sack of spiders did an excellent job of just keeping him standing in the fire, and then that redback poisoned him. Oh, that's amazing. I feel so good right now. Okay, well, I mean, we don't have the rune yet. Let's not prematurely celebrate. But yeah, so we still had our hop. So if that orb spider didn't take him down, I would have hopped up. I might have even put down another. No, I would have hopped first, and then we would have used another clouds on him. Oh man, I can't believe we fought Lerning being this underleveled, but we did. Okay, we slowed down, that's alright, we lose our haste. We got a bunch of hydras coming at us. How about we just make some more servants? I don't care if we're blowing through all our piety right now. I really don't want to fight multiple hydras at once. Okay, good. Turns out the orb spiders are really powerful because they're just sitting back and shooting. Is that... Oh, they can cling to walls? Is that what he did? He was clinging to the wall here and now he's clinging there. Okay, that's pretty crazy. See you later, Orb Spider. You were amazing. Actually, we should cool play that Lerning fight. Yeah, so if you're playing in the Cross Sun Death Tournament, if you do something cool, you can do cool play like that, and then the review team, who's actually just MIBE, I believe, maybe there are some others, will look at it, and then they make cool videos. But there's our first rune. So we have done it with 3,200 turns or so to spare. 322 turns. 3,222 turns, something like that, which I'm pleasantly surprised about. Really tough going, but we got there, at least for now. And that means we can sort of start taking a bit of a break. We're still trying to win in under 50,000 turns, but that's much less aggressive than we've had to be to get to the 10.3,000 runes, turns, and then first rune in under 15,000. So we can get out of Lair and branches. We can go do the rest of Lair, then we can go do the Orcish mines and the rest of the dungeon, and then we can come back. Probably I won't come back to Swamp, but we can do Spider after that. So let's get out of here. Oh, feels good, man. Okay, there's some sling bullets and some gold over there. Do I really care? Probably not. What's our sling bullet situation like? We have 19. It's fine. With a +7 scimitar, I don't really mind not having too much sling ammunition. But I'd much rather use a melee weapon when going for a turn count run, because fewer turns picking ammo up. Alright, we learnt last time that these guys can actually just kill you if you don't have cold resistance. That one did literally nothing. Alright, we're out of swamp. Let's go back to Lair 6. So I want to go to probably Lair 5, because I know one of the stairs was kind of scary. Oh, we got fire elementals running around from when we were fighting Azrael. Let's check the stair. Oh, that one's fine. Okay. When you're starving, better eat. It's just a basilisk. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and we'll do Lair 6. There's going to be decent amounts of experience here, and also potentially some loot in here. I mean, some Lair 6s are very underwhelming, but others, I don't know, sometimes you get some stuff. We've got 3 scrolls or something. Acquirement, Blinking, Brand Weapon, Summoning, Torment Vulnerability. I think we just read this, and if it's Acquirement or Blinking, we'll be really happy. Brand Weapon, not so much. Maybe we do the Greatsword? I don't know, but let's read the 3. Random Uselessness, okay, never mind. Not so happy then. It's kind of spooky how much open we're running through without meeting any enemies. As a Barachi, you always want to try to be staying near the stairs. I mean, that's true for all characters somewhat, but especially as a Barachi. So you can hop to it. Evocations goes to 12. We're training it to 14. Oh, our Longblades made it to Mindalay. Okay, well at this point, I don't think we should just be training evocations, especially now that we can calm down a bit. So I'm going to turn spellcasting back on so it's not 4.7. We're going to focus our fighting skill, and we're going to also train dodging. Pro strat, step on the alarm trap and then pull everything to us up the stairs? Question mark? No, I don't think that's a very clever idea. Alright, the elephant can push us off. Did not though. We'll keep fighting them like this. It's alright. No we can't. Okay, we're going to walk away from the stairs. We're going to get in this little hidey hole here. And then if we're dying, we'll hop back to the stairs. I could dig behind us so that we actually have a one tile thing, but it's probably okay. We've got two attacking us at once, but we're healing up pretty quickly because we're killing them pretty quickly. McLeb's doing his thing. We've learnt that we are not really afraid of hydras very much. At least not one-on-one. Our spellcasting makes it to 5. How about we do a quick check of the standings, if it's updated. We've got 7 for this week, so is that true? No, it hasn't updated yet. We're still at 5 for this week. Okay, we should be at 7, which means we'll be on 43, so looking good. Particle Physics has just 1, so he's now hopped up into the lead. He did Ascetic Rune this week. So he's got all the same bonuses as I will have if we can win in under 50k turns. But I'll be on 49 points because he's given up all of the bonuses this week. Whereas I've given up 1 and 1. So I'll be 49. Alright, cool. So we can theoretically stay in the lead this week. But that's pretty cool. But he wasn't doing the bonuses. Okay, I was gonna say doing Ascetic Rune while also getting it in under 15,000 turns would be insane, but he didn't do that. He just took his time. Fair enough. It's sort of an interesting thing. I've never played in one of these tournaments before, but for instance, last week at least, I gave up a god point in order to make sure I got Ascetic Rune, whereas let's go have a look. MIBE and Crying Noob have been doing all 10s, so they haven't dropped any points yet, but they don't have their Ascetic Rune yet. And the longer you leave it, you might have to have some really tough combo with some really difficult challenge. So I don't know whether giving up points, as I and Particle Physics have done, to get our really hard things will pay off, or whether we'll ultimately lose because of that. Also, we might just die randomly too, but just as a theoretical question, I'll be interested to see what happens. Dodging to 9, yeah. Barachi aptitudes are so good. We also might want to start training invocations again. I mean, we don't really need to. Lesser servants are really good for a long time, but maybe later on in the game, having access to greater servants would be really good. But we're not really in a hurry, I guess. We'll keep going with our fighting, dodging, armor, etc. If we can ever find one, shields would be good. Hey! Our first amulet of the game. Oh, and immolation, we should be picking those up. Especially with McLeb. Exploding everything on your screen and healing while you do it is really good. We don't have any ID, so if we put this amulet on, we're risking faith or harm. I don't think it really matters. What can we drop? I don't think we need this much throwing stuff. Probably we don't need tomahawks at all. Actually, let's drop the chainmail of poison resistance. That's easier. An amulet of magic regen. Alright, well it's better than nothing, but it doesn't do too much for us. Just a regular regen amulet would be much better. Well, we're trying to turn count run. Okay, we've been barbed. He's going to sit there and continually barb us. No, he's not going to kill us. Oh, right. Okay, I shouldn't have just been sitting there. I forgot. We've got poisonous vapors. That's what we should have been doing. Okay, we've got a Catoplepus ending. So we're going to be fighting large amounts of death yaks while being slow. Okay, well if we can fight them near the stair here, it's not so bad. Also, this all grabs value. Oh, so filthy. I love it. Oh yeah. That value. Hit me with that value, baby. I'm sorry. I'm making myself feel uncomfortable here. It's our slime entrance. I don't know. We might do slime on this character. Or with a slime altar. Surprisingly, so in my troll run last week, where you had to get first run slime, and I was trying to figure out my odds of getting a Jiva altar, and no one knew. No one even had a rough idea of how often Jiva altars appear. I wonder, just if you had to guess, what would you guess the rough percentage of games that you get one in Lair? Well, anyway, Gamafunk did I don't know what it's called, but he simulated it thousands of turns, and it turned out that it was roughly 50% of games you get an altar, which was way higher than I would have guessed. I would have guessed somewhere around a third of the time, maybe. But yeah, apparently it's 50% or thereabouts. I thought this Catoplepus place usually had multiple of these, not just one. So where am I missing some? There might be some in this bottom corner. We'll go have a look. Apparently not. Okay, there's only one. That's really odd. I'm going to yell a bit. Let's see if we can get them to come out to us. Okay, it's just the Catoplepus. Where are all these death yaks? What we can do is make some lesser servants. And then I think he's resistant to poison. He's not. Okay, too easy. Huh. I can't remember ever seeing a Catoplepus floor where there's literally just one and it's not filled with all these death yaks. Unless there's a whole nother bit behind here. Okay, so it's not just one. Right. We can fight death yaks if it's one at a time and we got lesser servants with us. Alright, there we go. Good. Alright. When the healing kicks in, we're just going to keep spamming lesser servants to help us fight the death yaks. Where are you? There you are. Reach level 16. We get int off our level up, which is nice. Alright, Catoplepus number 2 coming. Oh, is that our poison demon isn't poison resistant? But he's a demon. I thought all demons were poison resistant. That's really weird to me. He's a demon without poison resistance? There's such a thing? The hell? Yeah, well, that's complete news to me. Let's not stand in the calcifying dust. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's keep going. They can be really, really annoying, those Catoplepus, when you're slow moving. because he wasn't adjacent to us, but what they can do, this is worse if you're Che or a Naga. They hit you with the calcifying dust, you move because you have to, and because you're really slow, they then attack you and then shoot another dust at you. And you have to keep moving and you just keep getting attacked. It's really rough. Don't run down this hallway if you can help it, because once you're trapped inside, you can't get out of the calcifying dust. So we're going to try to yell it out. You coming? Yeah, you're coming. Good. Let's make another demon. I can't poisonous vapors him while he's standing in a cloud already, so he's playing around us. Is this demon? Is poison resistant? This demon's immune. It's seriously blowing my mind that orange demons aren't poison resistant. Everything I knew about demons is a lie. I thought all demons were poison resistant. That's crazy, right? Or am I crazy? It seems crazy. Alright, he goes down. Alright, did we get some cool loot? Well, we did. We found our first shield for the game, and it is the Warlock's mirror. So this is a pretty cool item. I think this gets overrated a lot, especially by new players. So it is really cool. It's a buckler, and it has reflection, but not only for projectiles, it can also reflect spells. And it is hilarious when you reflect things like paralysis back against liches and that sort of thing, or some wizard tries to banish you and you reflect the banishment on them. So it is hilarious, but the reason why I say it gets overrated is because it's still just a buckler. And if you think about it, what is the main thing you want out of a shield? Well, if you're asking me, I'll tell you. The main thing I want out of a shield is shield. And a buckler does not give you much shield. So you'll see someone playing a Minotaur Berserker, they've got 20 shield skill and they're using a buckler. Don't do that. Just use the large shield. Get more shield. But we're going to wield this, or wear it, and we're going to train shields up to at least 4, because that's where our buckler ends. If we find any regular, I should test this. If we find any regular shield, I'll switch, but for now just having a buckler is good. Let's drop our greatsword then. It's now useless, we can't wield it with 2 hands. Let's drop our plain hunting sling, and let's drop the dagger of venom. If we want to poison stuff, we'll use spells. And let's test out this glowing chainmail. It's another chainmail of poison resistance. Amazing. I think there might be some more of these Death Yak areas in here. So we're going to keep exploring. Nope. Alright, that's it then. Okay, so we've done Lair. Yeah, see, imagine just if we had been able to do this before doing our rune, we would have a shield. And even just having a buckler against the hydras would have really helped. We've got 6 shield right now, and that's still with 0 shield skill. So we'll probably be about 8, maybe, once we hit 4. I'm just guessing. But now we can go do Orc. The fire elementals are still running around. Oh, okay, well we just met Aroka. Somehow we dodged her earlier. Alright, if we XV her. So if she's got banish, she's got a 30% chance to hit us. Her MR is really high, right? So if we polymorphed her, we'd have a 42% chance, which is pretty high. But I really don't want to get banished at this point. So, what do? I don't want to get paralyzed by her either. And if she paralyzes you, she has Fireball, and we have no RF. Similarly, I don't want to get hit by Bolt of Coal without any RC, and I definitely don't want to get hit by Crystal Spears. This stair that we're avoiding, what's down there? I do not know. Oh, Skeletal Warriors? or a stair that we don't know that might also have skeletal warriors. So I'm thinking about hopping out of screen and then just going down, because I could try to walk down this staircase, just go down and away from her. I'm really struggling here with this screen. And we could avoid her, or we could also put on our chainmail that has extra MR on it, and then we'd be unlikely to get banished. But that, in the turns that we step onto the stair and then we go down, we could potentially get banished. Otherwise, I could just hop back and then just spam her with lesser servants, because if they're standing between her and us, she can't hex us. I think that might be the better play. Yeah, we'll hop back so we're out of vision, so she's not going to hex us. We're going to spam some lesser servants. Okay, 3 seems like probably enough to take her down. I'm going to retreat them towards her, and now that they're standing between her and us, okay, they can maybe take her down. She just went invis though. That tells us what book she has. I think invis is the banish book. Yes, she has banishment and lightning bolt, both of which we don't want to get hit by. Okay, our Hellwing cannot see invis, but I think the Yoxinals can. They can, so the 2 Yoxinals could try to fight her. Why did one of them... Oh, she has a wand of enslavement and she's enslaving my own demons against me? Oh, that's not fair. Although, if we can get that wand of enslavement off her, that'd be good. Okay, well let's wield so we can see invis. And then we can... I have to check now. I don't... Yeah, see our... these guys, Euphytobus, they don't have our poison, and they're also demons. So my mind has just been blown this episode. Apparently there are demons who aren't poison resistant. Apparently that's a thing. Alright, well we'll use poisonous vapors on her. She's poisoned. She's trying to get our Yoxinals against us. Oh, she fully enslaved one, and now she's trying to lightning bolt us. That's alright, she's getting owned by our Yoxinals. Okay, as long as they can keep her distracted, I can poison her to death. Alright, got her. And our Yoxinal stays enslaved. That's kind of crazy. Wait, is it? No, wait, no, that is still hostile. Wait, no, it's back. I wonder if that's the same one. I honestly can't tell. Anyway, we go get her enslavement. We've got 27 enslavement charges now. Alright, we're going all in evocations. 20 evocations, here we go. Because 27 wand of enslavement charges, when we have a huge amount of Evo, will seriously carry us through a 3-rune game. That's ID. Don't want to go the scroll or the potion. /- we can look at potions we don't know. Brilliance, cancellation, invis, might, resistance. I'd really like to have resistance. That's invis. Alright. There you go. I could have used that potion against Lerning too. Can we eat Aurora? Yup. So now we want to go to the Orcish mines again. Okay, so question. Do we want to switch to our MR armor? We would have less AC, but then we'd be safer from Orc sorcerers. At the moment we've got 1 pip of MR. And they would have a 40% paralyzed chance against us. That seems really dangerous. We've got lots of RN due to 2 rings of positive energy, but we don't have any RF. So even just a sorcerer on its own, if it paralyzes us and then hits us with bolts of fire, we die really quickly. So I think I'm happy to lose. Well, I don't know about happy, but I'm willing to lose some AC just to make it less likely that we die to a random orc sorcerer paralysis. Oh boy, this is a lot of orcs. Well, that's okay because we have... Well, we failed it, but we can theoretically ogrebs them all. And they're all... Mited. Alright, well, I think we just walk to a wall and we just dig a kill hole and we just fight them one at a time. And if need be, and need might be here, we need to check this Warlord. He's got Enchanted Great Mace, but we don't know what it is. We can potentially throw down a Wand of Clouds. The other thing we could do is we could just enslave these guys. No, I think we clouds him. One of our only 3. That's alright. It seems like he's not taking much damage from this. I think we can fight him. If we actually are dying, we've got what? 42% enslavement chance. We can hop back up our corridor that we made here. We can even curare him and then do other things. But yeah, we've got pretty high HP, 134. Due to our good fighting app. So we'll just fight him while he's standing in the cold. And he should die. He did. Oh, we're killing stuff off screen. I cannot swing like this without just switching tabs. If I try to do that. Oh no, we can switch if I do up. Okay, never mind. I lied. It's waiting for the cold freezing to go away. I should also test this glowing chainmail. Just in case. Fire resistance. There we go. It's the main one I'm looking for. Because if we find a volcano, I want to be able to get RF. That's good. Let's switch back. We're carrying around our portal armors. We've got one with RC on it and one now with RF on it. Let's put all this gold. Or try. Alright, this is a really sparse orc one, it looks like. Yeah, okay, so we've only got one downstairs, so hopefully this isn't horrible. It's not. I'm gonna have to explore around. I mean, if it was horrible, we could sort of dig around with our digging charges and try to find the rest of the floor. But it's okay. Oh, alright, both our upstairs are right here. We'll test those out. I prefer to do all of the upstairs bits before I go fight the end vault. Okay, this is also pretty sparse. Oh, there's maybe an area up. Nope. Oh, suddenly stone giant, which we then reflected, so that was good. Yeah, I don't want to be messing around too much with the stone giant. I'm gonna hop back. Large rocks hurt. How about we curare him? How about we don't, because we're just dying to his large rocks. How about we just get downstairs and heal up rather than messing around with him? Yeah, that seems like a better play. We can go back into that area by digging in. Which I think I'll do. But let's switch to our Troll of the Armor to heal up a bit more quickly. And back. And the plan is just to face tank enough of his large rocks that he runs out. Oh yeah, okay. Face tanking like a pro here. If he throws again and hits us, I'll hop back. Maybe he's already out. He's not throwing anymore. Yeah, okay, I think he's out. Alright, let's hop away. Do I just kill him? I could jump on the teleport trap and just leave him over this side, or I could just go down. That works too. If we find him from range now, and we're full HP, we can just spam some lesser demons on him, hit him with some poison, and he should go down. Alright, nothing else here. I think it's worth just going to fight him. I want to have hop when we do it though. Let's get our hop back. Good. So we're not stuck fighting him. He's right on top of us, that's right. We'll hop back. We'll make a couple of lesser demons, one of which we've learnt is not immune to or even resistant to poison, so we won't Ogrebs. And I'm going to instruct them to go fight him. Alright, you're dead. Good. Just swing a bit and get our hop back. Alright, so we've done all of our Orc 1. Back to Orc 2. I just realized we didn't get a portal message. Suddenly Orcs. Trying to apport the gold to us because these guys are just going to... Wait, why are we failing Ogre so much? I just failed 3 out of 4 times then. We've got another Warlord. Let's test his weapon. Great sword of flaming. Another shiny chainmail. Well, I don't think we care about the chainmails anymore now that we've got RF and RC. I think we blowgun him with Curare. Good, now he's slowed and poisoned. And let's just summon some more demons. That's going to be our play. We're just going to spam demons everywhere. And another one. And because we had Ogrebs up and because the orange demon isn't resistant to poison, he immediately turned hostile. Alright, gotta make note of that interaction. When I have Ogrebs up, I should not cast Ogrebs. Oh, sorry, I should not make demons. Well, I may as well do Ogrebs and I'm gonna hit my little things. This is really annoying. I wonder if we can just enslave the Orc Warlord. 42% chance. If we can just get him, he's gonna fight everything else. Come on. No. Okay, never mind. By 40%, it means never. Although actually, he's wearing a shiny chainmail, so there is a chance that he has an MR chainmail on, and we just don't know about it. So we're gonna go back up. We can't fight that right now. Which means we want to go to the stair that's far away from there, which is the other one. Wait. Where is it? Oh, we're not connected to it. Okay, we need to dig through again. And I need to turn tomahawks off auto pickup. We don't need those anymore. Yeah, there we go. Do we try again? I don't really want to. Wait, we got a shot at him. You know what, we could try to polymorph the Orc Warlord. No, he's resisting again. I feel like there's a good chance he's got magic resistance, because he just keeps shrugging off Hex attempts. Let's just keep trying to polymorph him. Oh, there we go, got him. We made a dire elephant. Is that better? It probably is. Dire elephants are dangerous too. But if we one-on-one fight the dire elephant, okay, he didn't push us off the stairs, which was lucky. I'm gonna hop back and I'm gonna Curare him. So now he's slowed, and I think we can fight him. We'll just make one lesser servant. Yeah, this should work. Good. I like how he becomes an orc corpse again. Alright, good. Let's get our hop back. I gotta make sure I stop doing that. Walking around without the hop. Ah, okay. We got the ranged ending. So it's gonna have a lot of centaurs. It's gonna have a lot of orcs who have crossbows. But luckily we now have reflection. So it's only a buckler, but a lot of these guys are just gonna kill themselves off their own arrows. And as they do that, we're gonna heal. Good. This is a great ending if you're either a bow user or a crossbow user, because you're going to get a lot of arrows and a lot of bolts. Let's keep poisoning them. Yeah, I just got to make sure that something like an Orc Knight doesn't turn up, because I don't want to just randomly die to some, yeah, there's one, to some really high damage bolt flying in. Can we enslave him? Yes, got him. Alright, good. Don't do all grabs. Note to self, why did that hurt so much? She's got a dire flail. Oh, we're being pinged by, where did that bolt come from? Oh! That was our Orc Knight. It's like, how did that happen? The Orc Knight shoots a bolt. It misses the Orc Warrior. It hits you. Oh man, imagine if you died like that. That would be tragic. Can you please shoot at someone else who's not at me? Thank you. He's still doing it, dude. Oh no, wait. Who shot that one? The Orc Warrior shoots a bolt. It misses your Orc Knight. It misses the Orc Warrior. It barely misses you. That dude split the wickets there with everything. It all missed. This dude's a pro. How he just keeps threading the bolts through. Alright, our knight goes down. We're starving. We're pretty hurt. I think we just go up. We heal up. We eat something. Switch our armors. And then we heal up. Yeah, that should be enough. Nothing too much more satisfying in the game than watching a whole pack kill themselves to reflection. Saving some turns there. There's our elf entrance. Oh, Cyclops, okay. That might be... He's coming out of a little room. There's one vault that has a bunch of Cyclopses in it. So I immediately just run in to investigate. Perhaps not the correct play. Odds of paralysis, now only 13% chance. That's much better. Oh yeah, and he still got us. Yeah. Well, it doesn't help, but we can go in the deep water here. I say it doesn't help because the enemies that are all here are going to be ranged anyway. So you can't really abuse the deep water. Alright, and it looks like we've more or less done it. We've got 4 shops here. Alright, we've got all these enemies on the other side. We're just going to keep poisoning them, and we're just going to slowly walk away and watch them die to reflection. Idiots, why don't you ever learn? Alright, that looks like we've more or less done Orc 2. So we'll check out the shops to begin the next episode. If you join me in that one, we'll be finishing Dungeon and then we'll be going back to the Spire's Nest. And I am super stoked that we managed to get our first rune in under 15k turns. Let's check the standings again. Has it updated now? Yes, we've got 8 for this week. Alright, feels good, man. See you all later.